Ghost Racing Network now has merch. Go to grnmerch.com to browse our selections from stickers to custom-made by request hoodies and shirts. If you've ever wanted to support Ghost Racing Network outside of YouTube, here's your chance. Ghost Racing Network, for the scary side of iRacing. Welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway here for the Racecult Cup Series tonight. And make sure this game is set up. I've been recording some Lethal Company, so I have to make sure that that is all set up correctly. We'll pull up the starting grid here, though, for you all. So first is Michael Miltfelt, second Ron Mitten, third Justin Blackburn, fourth Scott Patton, fifth Matt Rodilioso, sixth Patrick Blundell, seventh Charlie Widener, eighth Jack Watts, and ninth is Bill Paradise. Hopefully these cars do like to be a little bit quiet, so I'm probably going to boost this up even more just because of that. Gotta wait for everybody to grid, though, and also need to launch my trading paints. I've turned my trading paints off because it was actually messing up one of my other games. So once I all get on the grid, I'll refresh my paints. I have to wait to do that, however. But it's 110 laps here tonight. Hopefully it should be a good race for you all. I need to switch this over so I don't miss this text from this guy if I do get it back. There they go. Now they're going to start rolling off. Give them all paint refresh now. Tell you what, this is, I always am amazed because I have a 3060 in my iRacing rig downstairs, and just the 3080 Ti is like, it's just so much better, so much smoother, and also a little bit better CPU. But I need to definitely step it up on the graphics card that I have down there right now. We did find out who was on front of the 24 car too. Matt Rodilioso. Let me see, who was it? I remember me and him were actually talking about it. It's Emily, that's who it is. Voice actor for some of the anime, and she's a VTuber also. That's who was on the car. I knew it, so it's actually the same person in that one, just different characters. If you do watch anime, there's a lot of voice actors that act a lot of characters, especially if they're really good. See, pace car will pull in here, though. Starter has the flag in his hand. As green flag is in the air, we are underway here. Somebody spins their tires a little bit, it seems. Do make it off that corner, but a little bit of a kind of a, I wouldn't say squeezing it, but definitely getting a little bit close there. It disappears, and they hopefully will come back. I think they do that. Might have been the 69. He picked a red car. I think he did. I think I saw him bottom out, though. Kind of shot the car up the track just a little bit, but he's able to keep his wheels up under him. Guys back here kind of battling the front three are not really doing much. However, Rod is looking, he's looking out of Scott there for just a second. He decided to go against that. You know, maybe it's not worth it right now. It's a little bit of a later race move. Rico just decided to just kind of tuck in behind him too. Back here, I do expect most of the action to be in this area. They pretty much, the 95 will get up under the 10. Get side drafting with him. 10 will lose the spots to Blackburn. He goes back another one from where he started. He's dropped 3 positions since the green flag has dropped. Miltfelt lead, though. These next gens, too. The way they're driven is a little bit differently than most cars, I'd say. Because they like to turn on the throttle, but you don't want to be the person who's keeping it full throttle the whole way through, because you'll just burn up the right front. And I mean, absolutely burn up the right front, too. It will not be a fun time. To the 46, he does get close to Miltfelt, but I think he got in there a little bit too deep and he overshot the corner. Had to wait for the car to turn, but he gets it turning decently well, surprisingly, on that there. Really staying on the bottom of the track, just wrapping the bottom as much as he can. 95 and the 24 back here, though. Now these guys at 95's almost all over the back of Matt. Everybody look to get the position here too soon. Ooh, Matt wiggles there coming off the corner. That's not what you want to see. I'm gonna try to somewhat hang on the outside of him. He's not able to do it, however. It's like he got something's wrong with his car. He's not kind of that exit of the corner just didn't look normal for me. I think he was a little bit higher than what he was liking to be. And that's just kind of coming off what I'm seeing from him. Just kind of keep his little bit of a lead right here. I do expect the tires to maybe around lap 25 to 30. As we'll see who saved it, who's not. As Bill Paradise, Patrick Blundell bringing up the rear. These cars are somewhat draft heavy too at this track. They're not as much as they used to be though. That's one thing I'm glad that they got rid of, is these cars are not so draft heavy anymore. They actually move around. Before, they were so stuck to the ground, it was ridiculous. I mean, you could shake the car left or right and it'd just stay there. You'd be like, well, I know what to do at this point. Bill's actually starting to slowly catch him here a little bit, I believe. Got that the rears. If he can get within 6/10 of Justin, he should be able to get a little bit of a draft to help bring him back up there. Charlie seems to be slowly working his way up though, but Scott's starting to catch Michael. Scott's been running a little bit higher too, is what I keep noticing with him. Not running as low on the track. Back here, though, is really where most of them are. Matt's falling back, and we've actually seen Blundell starting to pick up a little bit of momentum here. I think he got a little bit tight, had to bail at the throttle, looking at how he kind of jerked to the bottom a little bit. Just a little bit. I mean, it wasn't horrible at all. The 10's going to get back up under Patrick. Try to take this position back. Patrick's going to be able to actually kind of fend him off here. Oh, yeah, hits a wall. It's going to help him. Or it's actually going to hurt him. It's going to help the 10, though, but it seems to actually not affect Patrick. He might have not even touched it. It might have just been my end that I saw it. Would have been just my side. That just happens sometimes. Drivers don't hit the wall, and it will say they do. I just saw Scott wiggle there coming off that corner. He was so high. They started to gap, though. Charlie's catching Rod here, though, very quickly. They'll probably pass him within, I say, about a lap. Not a lap. About 3 or 4 laps, maybe. Matt's trying to hold off Patrick. He's not going to be able to really do that, though. Patrick's going to get just enough inside of him. That sounds really weird. Going to get below him enough to where Matt can't come down. Now we're going to have Justin try to go to the inside of Patrick, and he'll try to pull a slide job there, it looked like, for a second. Decide to jab the brake in the middle, keep the car from going up into him. I think he realized maybe it's not going to work too well, so I'm just going to tap the brake, avoid absolutely clobbering somebody on the outside of me. it's close there. Almost forcing his way up there, it looked like, for a second. That could have been really bad. Some guys will race nice with each other. Some of them won't, though, as they're going to get tight up here. Justin's getting a little bit tight under Matt. See, Miltfelt slowly stretched it out now. Not drastically ahead, but he's definitely pulled away just a little bit. These guys are running about 30-second laps, too. There's some quick math here in my head. 92 laps, so that'd be about 46 minutes is what that should be for that. You know, Matt and Justin are now racing for this position back here. I'm surprised Matt's falling this fast. He normally doesn't fall like this. He's not going to give it up, though. He's going to race him pretty hard for it, too. Make Justin fight for it, but it looks like Matt will have to give up the position eventually. Yes, he actually goes back to the inside now. He says, nah, who cares about that? He wants to race him for it, and I respect that. Scott must have hit. Yeah, Scott must have hit the wall because he was 5/10 slower that lap. There's no way he should have that much of a gap there. He had to have hit the wall at some point and slowed him down. I don't see that big of a gap happening for no reason. Let's see, did he pick it up this lap? Did a little bit, but not as much as I thought he would. See if he picks it back up here. Still waiting on this. Yeah, he's hitting the wall there. I just saw him do it now. That's what's happening to him. I think he's hit the wall at some point. It's hurt the car to a point. It just won't turn. I can leave some of these discords on him, and I have like I have a decent amount of them just because in there just in case I need something, and it's ridiculous how many of these dang things I have. I really don't need to be in because I don't use them for anything. Picking up a league, start of January. Might be picking up two more. Was the broadcast yesterday? Yesterday I didn't even wake up the whole entire day. I worked a 12-hour shift before. So I literally stayed asleep the whole entire day yesterday. Yeah, and I woke up and I was so confused because like my head was just everywhere. It was definitely interesting though. I don't think I had ever slept for that long. I know I had woken up and like ate, went back downstairs and slept again. Scott's coming down pit road. I think this is either planned or he's hit that wall so many times that it's damaged the car enough where he has to come down pit road. I wouldn't be surprised if he's damaged it enough hitting the wall because these cars are a little bit more finicky than what they used to be. cars now, they actually brake pretty easily, which I hate, but I also like at the same time, because before you could actually smoke the wall and nothing happened to him. Scott has, yeah, he got some damage fixed on that car. He was in his pit box for 27 seconds. He spent 45 seconds the whole time on pit road. Careful to merge correctly. Oh, he might have not. Pretty sure he's merged safely. That's what we have to see. If anything, they'll probably clear the blacks, because why would... I don't understand some of the black flags that people get. Because, like, you really shouldn't for some of them, but some of them you do, and it makes no sense at all. As Blundell's down pit road also. So this must be planned for some of these guys. And Blundell was down and away pretty quickly though, so he didn't have any damage. That must be a planned pit stop for them. Because I'll just knock everything off my desk at the same time. Rods down pit road at the time too, so looks like actually I said that they were gonna see the tires wearing at this stage, so I guess that they're not gonna do that. We're gonna have to just see who can, I guess, get the most out before you have to come back down pit road. He is off and away, so we'll see how long Miltfeld stays out here. And Miltfeld doesn't want to stay out too long, but he doesn't want to come, down immediately. See him coming down now. So at lap 38, you'll see Blackburn followed as Widener, looks like Widener will follow. Don't see anybody else coming down pit road though. As these guys, so we'll wait another lap here to do commercials. Not be surprised if as he does come down pit road, like Yeah, he comes down. So see if Paradise comes down here. As he does, so Matt's probably gonna come down pit road the next lap. And makes sense for him to do that. He stays out surprisingly, so he's going to end up going more. If I was some of these guys, I'd run the tank dry. That's just how I like to be on most tracks, just knowing that I have better tires and I can run a little bit harder than people that haven't came, or that have not, or came down earlier than me, sorry. Apparently I'm just not too bright. Still going to stay out here, so he might. He's coming down this lap right here. I can see him slowing down on the brakes. He's coming in here hot too, really hot. I think he got it down there in time. That's really pushing. That's kind of how I push it. Also, I'm smoking tires getting in. Just knowing that I'm going to get him off eventually. That'll put Miltfelt back to the lead. He has also 3-lap pressure tires and rod. There's still a 2-second gap, but now that these guys have done their pit stops, we'll go on our first commercial break here, however. Ghost Racing Network now has merch. Go to grnmerch.com to browse our selections from stickers to custom-made by request hoodies and shirts. If you've ever wanted to support Ghost Racing Network outside of YouTube, here's your chance. Ghost Racing Network, for the scary side of iRacing. as we are back here at 53 laps of 110 done, and right now it looks like Milkfelt's running away with it. Scott's gonna have to deal with Widener here in a minute. Widener is really running up on him. He's gonna actually run the high line there. Try to get maybe a little bit of a run off the high line, see if he can get something going, as long as he can get down the back stretch. So he will actually pass him there. So move Scott down another one. Charlie is up 4 spots from where he started. He started I can't think. He started 7th. He's up 4 spots in 3rd right now currently. So he's done a pretty good job. But Milkfelt, he's just running away right now at this point. It almost looks like on the edge of the screen there's something wrong with it loading. It's odd. Y'all can't see it, but I can. It looks weird. Everybody else is so spaced out. Matt actually left. He kind of got... He was already pretty far behind. So... Not having a good time so far. We'll do some cockpit shots here for y'all. as now we see a lot of these guys down pit road actually all at once, it seems. So I was looking at that and I just saw it. I just noticed it. So Miltfelt stays out. Charlie and Justin. Rod was off and away too, but I believe he is actually a lap behind. Yeah, he is a lap behind. May just got a unsafe exit there too. Yeah, Miltfelt has some time to come down pit road. He doesn't have to do it immediately. He stays on the track though. He hasn't came down pit road yet. Well, Rod, he'll get a lap back. I didn't think about that. Yeah, Rod's gonna get a lap back. It's just, does he get enough time? Does he make enough time difference? Be worth it or not? Just have to see. I'll see when Miltfelt comes in because he's not coming yet. He's probably gonna stay out till at least maybe lap 80 possibly. Lap 80 could be the only thing I think he's coming down pit road. That's the earliest he come. He could come down later too. I'm not coming in. Him and Paradise haven't came in. Paradise is going to get lapped. He's going to go 2 laps down here. This is not going to be good for him. 2 laps down is going to be hard to make up. Those Miltfelt still haven't came down yet. I think he had a pretty decent gap too. Yeah, Miltfelt, he finally came down. Paradise, he's gonna... Yeah, he's didn't even get Miltfelt here. Miltfelt's so far ahead. So when Paradise comes down, he won't be good at the end. I think they're going to have one more pit stop here. And I mean, just one more. They should be good for the rest of the way. That second one's going to be maybe like gas and go, possibly, because it's so close. Maybe worth doing that. Paradise comes down, he'll be... Oh, caution out. Never mind. He may have just hit it at the right spot. No, he's going to be... I think he's going to be 1 lap down. I think he just nailed it. Scott Patton has apparently crashed. Coming off of 2, possibly, if I had to guess. Yep, he just squeezes the 69 into the wall, and from there... Okay, yeah, that looks like he just gets tight out of nowhere. And let me change that photo back to... I don't know why it went back to the old photo that it was, because I had it fixed. Let me put that in for you all. There we go, and I will save that project here. So that's going to change some things here now. So throw in a wrench there a little bit. Miltfelt doesn't come down. Rod comes down. Charlie comes down. And Miltfelt, he was just down pit road, but you can't underestimate how much tires are worth at tracks like this, though. They can be a big factor. '69 has pretty bad damage from that too. Again, he did get squeezed in the wall. That's not on purpose. That's just car probably got tight on him. Now, if these guys are under caution, though, we'll take a commercial break here, however. Ghost Racing Network now has merch. Go to grnmerch.com to browse our selections from stickers to custom-made by request hoodies and shirts. If you've ever wanted to support Ghost Racing Network outside of YouTube, here's your chance. Ghost Racing Network, for the scary side of iRacing. As we are back here, first caution of the night, 83 laps in. That will leave us with 27 laps. No, wait. Yes, 27 laps left. Almost had to make sure I had my math right there. I thought I didn't for a second, so. I made a couple math mistakes before. I'm not gonna make that again, but Miltfelt didn't come down. Blackburn didn't come back down. Paradise he had already pitted, so he's actually got pretty much the equal tires as everybody else. He was down pit road when the caution came out, so pace car pulls in here though. Starter will have the flag in his hand. And green flag is in the air. We are back underway here. Didn't even hear them go by. I thought I clicked the other camera there, but that wasn't my bad. I did not. But you see Blackburn now finds himself up in a position to really compete for the win here. Wouldn't run it too hard. You still have a semi-decent amount of time. You don't have forever by any means. So you still do have to move a little bit faster, which would possibly like to. But look at Rod. Rod's starting to fight his way up here. Rod does have the freshest tires of these two in front of him, so he does have that little bit of an advantage, as there's now 24 laps left. And decide how hard does he want to drive? How does he need to wait for these tires to fall off on these guys in front of him, or does he just push it now? I think he's trying to do the push it now tactic instead. Might be 3 wide here soon, as Rod's still trying to fight. Blackburn's not giving up that position. This is letting Miltfelt, it's actually probably helping Miltfelt here, knowing that it's taking some life away from Rod's tires. If I was Rod, I'd maybe want to fall back. Just try to get my nose on the outside. As long as you get the nose on the outside, I think he might have the position on him there, because he's being difficult. That's for sure. Not doing anything wrong. He finally does get by him, though. I guess can Miltfelt hold these guys off? His tires aren't super old. I mean, they're only like 5 laps older. So he's got, they definitely have life in them left. Just how does he go out and abuse them, or does he just kind of save them, and then once they start getting closer, start to push it a little bit? question you have to ask. Justin's under attack here from Scott. Looks like Scott's damage wasn't too bad. He was able to get it fixed. He did spend a minute on pit road, so he did have time to get that fixed. He's lucky with that. '95's about to make it 3 wide here. He's looking inside. He's thinking about it. He's going to go down 3 wide now. Going to make it interesting for him. Well, he thought he was thinking. I don't know. He just decided he's like, no, it's maybe not worth it. Scott and then has to fall back, and I think the 95 wiggled a little bit there. Scott can get to the outside. I think he'll have the most success. He does get that position, but Miltfeld slowly pulling away with it. We're just going to do 1 lap now with these guys. Since there's not that many people in this race, we can get that done pretty quickly here. Sorry, I just realized that my mic was muted. I was going to talk for like the last 4 laps. Miltfelt, he has a 2nd and a half lead right now currently, so as long as he doesn't mess up too badly, he should be fine. When I say too badly, I mean he has to go in there and just basically clobber the wall. Even at that point, it might not even hurt him enough to do anything to him. But Miltfelt, he's only got 6 more times around. He wants to see the white flag here, because once you get the white flag, it's over. Whatever happens, happens at that point. They throw a caution, you're in the lead, well, you win. Back here, these guys are kind of fighting for position, though. Charlie's trying to hold off Scott. Scott, he did have that damage, but he got it fixed. He spent a minute on pit road. I checked it on SDK. He was 1.5 minutes the whole time and a minute fixing the car, so... Scott's going to try to get this spot from Widener here. Widener's not going to give it up, and he doesn't have to. And make him work for it. Miltfelt, he's pretty much kind of dominated this whole entire race, to be honest with you. He almost started up front. He actually did start up front. He qualified first. He's done a pretty good job tonight here. All he's had to do is really hold his position at caution. Didn't mess him up too badly. That came out, luckily. I do hate for races to be ruined by cautions when they come out the wrong time, it seems. He's only got 2 more times around here. He just wants to see the white flag. As white flag is in the air 1 more time around. Qualified on the pole and has stayed up front, so done a really good job. As he will take home the win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway easily over Rod and Charlie Widener, who comes home 3rd, 4th, Justin Blackburn 5th, Scott Patton in 6th, Bill Paradise. I'll get the top 3 in here. Let me jump in the room for it. Well, the finishing order here for you all. Get Charlie Widener in here to begin. Hey, Charlie, this is Bryce in the booth. Have a copy, man.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, so you come home third. You fall just a little bit short there, but how did the race go for you overall, though? Because it seemed like you kind of had to fight from the back to get up here to third tonight.
Yeah, it was it was a struggle. I thought I could save tires better than what I did. Um, it was really about just having that clean air, going where the other guy didn't. Uh, I had pretty good long run speed. I think I would have had a podium if it had just played out even without the caution, but that caution really made it exciting there at the end.
And so, how hard were these cars to drive this track? Because it seemed like some guys were running the bottom, some guys were running the middle, and I saw y'all shifting. So, did that add a different element to this track that you hadn't dealt with before?
Well, it was the shifting. I barely shifted. I felt that I could get a better run if I just kept it in fifth, even though a lot of the guys were, and I could hear that they were shifting. Um, and whether it be the bottom or the high lane, it was just if you stayed behind somebody for too long, you were going to kill your right front because of the bad air on your nose. So you just kind of switched up your lane based on how your car was feeling at the moment to see if you could get it to turn.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
I like to thank Rod for getting this league going. You for doing the broadcast. It's always great to have a broadcaster. My teammates, Mike Milfelt, he put on a clinic tonight, and just everyone involved in this league. It's a great league, and I'm hoping that it gets bigger and better in the future.
All right, man. But I will let you go. But good job tonight with third place, man.
Thank you.
Was Charlie Widener, the third place driver. I will bring in the second place driver, Rod Mitten. Hey, Rod, this is Bryce in the booth. Have a copy, man.
Hey, what's going on?
Man, so you fall a little bit short there, but how did the race go for you overall, though? Because it seemed like you had to kind of fight there towards the end. That cost and changed everything for the race. So, but how did it go for you overall?
Overall, I know we didn't have the speed we wanted. We kind of knew that Milfelt was just gonna have it today, but we got that caution, so luckily it kind of shuffled us up, gave us a chance to take a crack at it. I feel like if we could have passed Blackburn a little bit quicker, um, would have been better off. But I mean, he's entitled to run the line, so just by the time I got by him, burned the stuff up. Didn't really have anything for the leader, but overall, proud of the effort. Good P2 to end the season here. Don't know where that's going to shake us out for points, but I mean, regardless, good regular season, and just going to turn our attention here towards the playoffs.
And so, do you think if you got around Blackburn a little bit faster there, that you would have been able to chase down Milfelt because he had like only 4 lap older tires than you?
I think it would have been close. We would definitely would have been able to give him a fight, but yeah, the 5 laps that I was racing with I don't remember what his number is, but with Blackburn there, it just burned our shit up.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, just as always to thank Simrap Market. Their colors look good on the car tonight, so we'll see their 87 scheme on it next week. Look forward to it.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good job. Coming home with second place tonight, man.
Thank you, Bryce.
That was a Rod Mitten, the second place driver. We will bring in the race winner and Michael Milfelt. And Michael, this is Bryce in the booth. Have a copy, man.
Hey, Bryce.
And so you qualify on the pole, and then you won the race. How did it go for you overall, though? Because it seemed like you were pretty much dominating the whole entire time.
It was a pretty good night. Yeah, I don't know. I think clean air was the big thing. I think Scott was as fast as I was, but that first run, he was right behind me in the dirty air, and he burnt his tires up. I think Rod was probably quick too, but kind of the same thing. Once you're in that dirty air, it pushes so bad and wears the tires out.
So how nervous were you at the end when that caution came out?
Not too bad. I figured my tires were warm and theirs were cold, so for the first couple laps they were going to push. So I figured if I could get out in front of them and get them in the dirty air, I would be okay. And luckily that worked out.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Thank my teammate Charlie Widener. And I guess that's it. Thank Simrap Marketplace for sponsoring the league. Thank you guys for the broadcast.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good job tonight, man.
Thank you, sir.
That was Michael Milfelt, the race winner there. Go over the finishing order here now. Michael Milfelt first, Rod Mitten second, Charlie Widener third, Scott Patton fourth, Justin Blackburn fifth, Bill Paradise sixth, seventh, Patrick Blundell, eighth, Matt Rodilioso, Jack Watts was RC. So that driver does not count, but I'm gonna roll. Actually, I'm gonna go back to the starting soon screen, and you all can go.